already 12.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll start with the video.
Okay.
ConnecTogether creates opportunities for people living with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. Check out some of the programs we offer through our online learning platform, ConnecTogether, including our Service Mondays, where we highlight a local organization or initiative. This month, you'll learn about programs with the Richmond Centre for Disability and Gambling Support BC. Tuesdays are for ABC Studios Art Therapy with ConnecTogether. Wednesdays are chair yoga with Bobby Seal-Kabisky. Thursdays are adaptive fitness with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. Fridays are contemporary improv dance classes with Janice Lawrence. Every third Friday is a growable presentation by the Disabled Independent Gardening Association. This month, we're talking squirrels in Stanley Park, so don't miss out on September 15th. Every third Monday is our Perspective series, where you'll hear from guest speakers on varying topics. Join us on September 18th to hear a discussion about navigating music with a disability. Save the date for our upcoming Accessible Community Forum on accessible healthcare in British Columbia on October 27th. Check our website for more information and to have your voice heard by filling out our survey. Check out our updated programs calendar on our website, connector.org, or find us on Facebook at ConnecTogether Society.
Okay, you can start.
Great, thanks. Hi, everyone. It's Julie Meyer from Ocean Rehab and Fitness. I'm here to work out with you today. Looks like we have a few more people on the call today, which is nice. What you need for today's class is a physio band and 2 weights if you have them. If not, you can certainly make do with a water bottle or a soup cans or something of the sort. I'm closer to my door today because part of the class is using the doorknob. You could also use a table leg, something that's fairly stable and isn't going to go anywhere if you pull on your band. So I have one side looped and I'm just going to move this way and set it up now. You can set yours up later though. So I'm going to do a little loop through. And I'm just going to leave it there for now. So that's certainly something you can do. If you do not have any thing around you that you can attach a band to, I will give you some other different options later. So we don't need it for now. Anyway, we are going to start by doing some breathing. So as usual, we'll start just with a really big breath in and an equally big breath out. Thinking about the crown of your head getting a little closer to the ceiling every time you take a breath in. And then taking a nice even breath out. So maybe you feel like that breath in not only expands your chest, but also makes you grow a little taller. And release. We'll do 2 more like that. Breath in, nice and tall. And breath out. And 1 more like that. Breath in. And breath out. Yeah, we're just moving our focus a little farther down. So you might want your hands on your belly for this one. As we take that breath in, I want you to feel like you can fill up your belly like a balloon. And then as we exhale, press all the breath out, like you can pull your belly button in towards your backbone. So a big breath in. And an equally big breath out. We'll do 2 more like that. Big breath in, like you're filling up your belly with air. And a breath out, squeezing every last drop out. And 1 more. And out. Good. From here, hands can be down to your sides. We'll do a few shoulder shrugs to the back. It's nice and smooth. Thinking more about pulling your shoulder blades in towards each other than you are about pulling your shoulders themselves towards your ears. So we're going to start to get a little bit bigger so that our arms are moving in a wider circle. Good. Last two. And one like that. And then starting to do little front circles as well, starting just with a little scoop. Adding in more movement as those shoulders get warm. Good for 3, 2, and 1. And then shoulders are going to be tracked down your back. Arms are out to the side in a wide W. We'll pull your elbows in towards your sides and then release them out. So moving through our thoracic spine here. 3 more here. 2. And 1. Good. And then just shake out those shoulders. Get ready to set up the exact same way once you've had a little rest. This time we're going up and over. If your shoulders don't love this, that maybe the overhead motions are a little bit uncomfortable for you, you can be across body at face level instead. So that's another option if that feels better for your shoulders today. Good. Last 2. And last one here. Awesome. All right. Bring those arms down. Give me a bicep curl, tricep press. So curling up, pressing back. Keep going. Good. Start to make this a little bigger front to back move. So you're reaching up towards the ceiling and then back to the back of the room. Good. We'll do 3 more here. 2. And 1. We're going to come back up to the top end and just hang out there for a minute. So you're going to bend and straighten, bend and straighten at the elbows. Last 2. And 1 like that. Good. And then bring your arms down, elbows glued to your side. And we'll do a little side to side movement, just finishing off our warm up with some rotator cuff.
I was only trying to help. Don't come when you first get there.
All right, let's go a little bit bigger.
I was listening to training since
We'll do last 4 here. 3. Last 2. And last one here. Excellent. All right, getting ready to ease our way into cardio. So moving at your own pace as per usual. Take a drink of water anytime you need it. So our cardio today is going to be kind of a hybrid of boxing. So I'm going to start with more like you're slicing the air. So our palms are going to be open for the first bit. And then we're going to do a bit more power moves with palms closed, like we're punching, like we're boxing. So to start with, just give me a forward press. So fingertips pressing forward. Looks good. As you feel like you're getting warmer, maybe you make this a bit more speedy and more deliberate. So using some extra muscles to really press that arm forward and pull it back. Looks good. We'll start to change this up just a little bit. So maybe each time you press forward, you might need to slow this one down just a little bit. You give a bit of a forward hinge. So if that feels good for you, you're going to use your core muscles a bit more, forward hinge as you reach. If that doesn't feel right at the moment, stay upright. Keep with the press. And you can kind of make note of how this feels for you, and we'll compare it in a few moments to more of a boxing move. All right, back to the nice upright ones again. So pressing with a nice tall posture here. We're going to change this one up just a little bit. So this forward press is going to become a little bit of a rotation. Again, that's up to you, whether that's a good move for you today. If maybe your back is feeling a little bit sore and rotation is not what you need, keep everything nice and square. That's okay. Good. So we'll do last 3 like this. 2. And last one here. All right, just shake it out a little bit. Make sure those shoulders haven't crept up near your ears. I think we're going to stay with the forward moves and get ready to do a little bit of boxing now. So we're going to do the same general sequence, meaning that we're going to start nice and upright with the press. So forward box. Having our fists engaged means that we're kind of thinking a little bit more about that squeezing motion and using muscles. So you can compare this to the slicing motion we were just doing and see which one's more effective for you or if you feel it differently. Good. Just like when we were doing more of the slicing motion, if you want to add a little bit more, you might do a hinge. So you might start to slow this one down just a little bit because it takes more time to do a bigger move. Again, I'm not a boxer, can you tell? Keep going. Good. Couple more like this. Last 2. Last one. Keep with the same move. Keep it nice and upright again. So that doesn't mean that it needs to change in intensity necessarily. If you are looking for heart-raising activity, you can definitely get it here with some nice strong punches, nice and speedy. Good. And just like we did with the slicing motion, we might start to do a little rotation. So that arm that's leading forward, you're rotating that shoulder to get a little more reach. Looks good. Almost in this one. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. And let's finish it off with some really quick little upright punches to the front. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Shake it out. Shake out your fists and let your hands relax. Maybe you need a drink of water already. If you do, make sure you stop anytime you need one. Awesome. Okay. We are going to keep with similar motions and just move the direction. Hopefully I'm not too close to the wall right now. I'll put my hand through the wall. We're going to go side to side slices. So open palms facing forward. Looks good. We're going to change this up right away as well. So if you have the space, I'm going to be careful on this one side, you might start to do a little side flex towards, actually, I'm going to go away from the side that I'm pressing. Let's go away from the side you're pressing. It seems a little more natural. Almost like you're ducking and dodging, right? Again, being really mindful of your back and how you feel as you're doing this one. If this doesn't feel like it's a good move for you, stay centered. Good. We'll do 2 more like that. And last one. All right, we're going to change it up just a little bit for our next one. So we're going to go cross body with a slice. Let's start with that one nice and upright too, and then I will give you the option of a little bit of rotation on that one as well. So stay cross body if that feels best. Lots of stabilizer muscles helping you here as your arms are moving around. And then maybe you start to add in a little bit of rotation. So a little more reach. You might need to slow the move down a bit to make sure that you're in control. Good, let's do 3 more. 2 and 1. Awesome. We're going to change that to more our boxing moves. So fists up and ready this time. I don't think any boxer goes to the side, but we're going to do that today. So we're going to go side to side, little punches. So just being mindful of how this feels comparative to the more slicing move. You can give a little extra jab, so a little quick move as you go out. Good. Stay here nice and centered if that's best for you. If you want to add in that little bit of a side flex, you're going to move away from the arm that's punching. Looks good. We'll do 3 more here. 2 and 1. Good. And then our next one was cross body. So get those punches going cross body, nice and square to start. So just the arms moving, the torso is not following. And then if it feels right for you, maybe you'll go across with a little bit more of a reaching crossbody punch. Looks good. Good, let's do 3 more. 2. And last one here. Excellent. Shake it out again. Done with those punches for now. All right, I have one last piece in the sequence, and that's more upward presses. If you haven't already locked down the wheels of your wheelchair, make sure you do that. If you need to be against a wall so that you are feeling more stable, that is okay with me. Make sure you're safe where you're at. So we're going to go back to our slicing hands and do upward slices. Good. All right, it's a little bit trickier to get any side flexion and extra reach when we're reaching up. We can only go so far. But if you want to add a little bit more to this, you are going to like reach with a little bit of a side flex just to get that little extra inch or 2 off of your upward reach. Last 3 like this. 2 and 1. All right, for our crossbody move, we need to be a little bit lower just because, just to keep stable here. So let's go like you're pressing for something that's up high, but across from you or across from the side that you're reaching. So you have a few options here. You can stay nice and tall the whole time for this one. Or you can start to twist into the move just a little bit, making sure you're doing it with control. Or you can start to forward hinge, like you're reaching to grab something off of a shelf that's above head level. Good, we'll just do 2 more like this. And last one. All right. Punching moves is next, and then we are done the main cardio section and we'll move along to something new. So we're going to punch straight up overhead, punch through the ceiling. Good, and then maybe we're giving a little bit more distance to that punch. Slow it down if you need to, with a bit of a side flex. Almost done. Let's do 2 more like this. And 1. Good. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Get set for our last one, which was the crossbody punch up high. So we'll start nice and tall. Shoulders are square. And then you can decide whether you want to add one of the next 2 pieces or both. So maybe that rotation, or maybe a bit of a hinge as well. Good, let's do 3, 2, and last one here. Excellent, that's cardio done. Shake out those hands. Shake out your shoulders, some shoulder circles to the back. And then come around and give yourself a big hug. Release those shoulders that we're working really hard. Maybe a little side to side, head tip. We'll do more stretching, as you know, at the end, but just kind of that little bit of release now before we make those arms work again. Good, unwind yourself, grab a drink if you need it. We are getting ready to use the band. So like I said, in an ideal world, you have either leg of a table that you can loop your band over top of, where it's coming at maybe between hip and upper chest height, like armpit height, somewhere in that range where your band is going to sit. If that's not an option for you today, you have 2 other choices. So you can either just become your own doorway. One side will be your stabilizer arm, so holding the band steady while the other side works. So that will work for these as well. Or if that doesn't sound like a great option, you're going to do range of motion today. So still doing the same moves we're doing, just without the resistance. So I'll just give you a moment to set up. I'm just going to swing my chair around as well so I can demo for you, and hopefully you can still hear me as I'm a little farther away. So I'm going to start on my left. Actually, no, I'm going to start with the band across in my right hand, but it doesn't matter which side you're starting with as long as you even yourself out after. I am fine with that. Okay, so right now I have the band attached to the door. Hopefully it's going to stay there. And I'm holding on to the band with the side that's farthest away from the door. If that's not an option for you, you're holding the band with one hand, either close to your body or a little bit farther away. And then this other arm is going to be doing the moving. So we're going to start with one of our bigger moves. We're going to do it 2 different ways. The first way is palm facing down. So my arm is nice and long, just hovering above my knee. My shoulder is set into position. And I'm going to do a sweeping move like I'm sweeping a bunch of stuff off the table. So I'm going to sweep out, bring it in. Sweep out, bring it in. Good. So from the front, it looks like this. Sweep out, bring it in. Nice and controlled move. That band is going to want to kind of help us on the way back, but I want my muscles to do all the work. I don't want the band to just bounce my hand back to the starting point. Good. So let's do 4. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring it in. Reset that shoulder. I will change things up a little bit. We're going to take the palm and face it up now. So palm facing up, holding the band, elbow glued to your side. So this is going to be rotator cuff, much smaller move. I'll show you from the front as well in a moment. But we're going to float the forearm out to the side, back to center. Being really conscious of what my end point is and how my shoulder feels. So that's rotating, bringing it back to center, rotation. Elbow is glued to your side the whole time. So it is just those rotator cuffs, almost purely doing this exercise. Good, let's do 2 more. And last one. All right, shake that one out. I have one more for you before we switch to the other side. And that's going to be similar to our sweeping move, but we're going to take it from lower to higher. So this time I have my palm facing down again. I'm going to start across body at my opposite leg lap. So over here, closer to the door, I guess, is what I'm reaching for. And then I'm going to pull wide and up. So shoulders are square, arm is pulling kind of up past your ear. It doesn't have to get to any particular position. There's no right answer. It's whatever feels good for your body. I want you to feel like you're getting some workout from your rear shoulders and maybe in through your rhomboids on that one side. So between your backbone and shoulder blade. Good, 3 more. 2. And last one. All right, so we just did 3 exercises there on the same side. We're going to pivot around so that we can access that band from the other side. I hope that that's accessible to you. So I'll give you just a moment to reset yourself there. Or again, if you didn't have a doorway or a table that was looking like it was an appropriate height for you, that arm is holding the band in place for you if you would rather do that. Okay, so we started with palm facing down. We're working on that second side that we haven't done these exercises with yet. Shoulders low, nice and tall in your seat. Sweeping that arm out to the side, bringing it back to center. So we're keeping this one pretty low, about hip level, maybe slightly higher. Whatever you need to clear the arms of your chair if you have them. Good, so that's sweeping arm off to the side. Keep going. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Perfect, shake that one out, make sure that shoulder hasn't crept up by your ear. Changing our grip to go palm up for the next one. This was our closer move, so elbow is glued to your side the whole time. Rotating through your forearm to bring that arm off to the side, back to center. Good, so elbow glued to your side, rotator cuff. Do 3 more. 2 and 1. Perfect. Shake that one out. Getting ready to do our third exercise on this same side. So that started across body at our opposite knee, palm facing down, shoulders still set into position, pulling that band up to level that probably is about eye level or just slightly above, whatever feels good for your shoulders today. So big move. Awesome. We'll do 3 more here. 3, 2, and last one. Excellent. Shake that one out. So we are going to keep doing some work with the band on the doorway. I'm actually going to move I'm going to move to show you what I'm going to do, and I'll be facing away from you for just a moment, but then we'll come back so you can see me, and I'll just do range of motion. So we are going to do we're going to use the same band. I'm going to face away and I'll kind of talk over my shoulder at you for a minute. So we're going to do a row here. Take a side, starting up tall, pulling that elbow in. That's our first one. So rowing motion. I'm going to do the exercise without my band and just do it to the front so you can see me moving. And you can get back to your doorway if you have it, the band position there. So starting with an extended arm out front, pulling that elbow in fairly close to your side. I didn't bring a very good demo band with me that doesn't have the loops, but you could be getting some extra resistance here, holding the band instead. So that's another option if you don't have that doorway anchor point. Good. We'll do 3 more here. 3, 2, and 1. If you're set up and you're not facing me right now, that's okay. Let me just talk you through it. The next move will be almost the same, but it's going to come with a straight arm. So you're going to reach out like you're shaking someone's hand. And then you're going to pull that band past your hip, long to the back. So it'll be a reach, pull. Good, long arm reach. So this one you should be feeling rear shoulder doing most of the work right now, pulling that band back behind you. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Excellent. Shake that one out. If you're already facing your band, just stay there. We're going to do the same 2 exercises on the other side. So we're going to start with the upright row, grabbing the band, bending your elbow as you lead with your elbow to pull back just at about low rib cage level. Shoulder blades squeezing towards your backbone. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and last one here. All right, shake that one out. No changes needed for that next exercise. It's just a longer arm reach. So you're starting out like you're reaching out to shake someone's hand, pulling that band down in a long swing back behind you. Got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right. Leave that band where it is as long as it's not in your way. We are coming back to do some more exercises with weights if you have them. If you need a drink of water, grab that as we kind of reset. I'll mention as well that when class is done today, I'm happy to hang around and chat, or if you have any questions for me, we can do that too. So don't be afraid to hang out. All right. I have 2 weights with me. You can also use water bottle, something else for resistance. I'm going to use the weights out front, nice and close to my body to start with. So we're going to do some nice close moves to start, and then you'll start to decide whether you want to challenge some stability and some core muscles and move those a little bit farther away. But we want to make sure as we're doing these exercises that you're really mindful of how you're moving and how it feels for your body, not to let the weights kind of carry you away and make you move farther than you really should be moving. So I want to do this one as a little rotational twist so that weights are just adding that tiny bit of extra resistance. So I'll give this one in progression. So this is progression number 1. When we reset and change this exercise, you might decide you want to stay here. Okay, so we'll do 3 more like this. 2 and 1. All right. So if those shoulders haven't had enough workout yet and you want them to work just a little bit harder, as again, we challenge our stability a bit more, the weights can move farther away from us. So I'm going to have them still squeezing in, pretty much touching each other. My shoulders are low, my elbows are just slightly bent. I'm going to do the same move. So it's going to be, conservatively quite small. But now I can feel my shoulder muscles doing quite a bit more work. And my core muscles are actually working harder too, because that weight is so much farther away from my body. Good. Last 3. 2. And 1. All right. I have one more progression in this sequence. Choose choice 1 or choice 2 if you feel like that's better. So weights close to your body, weights a bit farther away from your body, or one last progression, if you choose to accept it, is rotate, open, close. Rotate, open, close. Come back to center. Oh, there we go. Good. So rotate, open, close, come back to center. There we go. Rotate, open, close, come back to center. Rotate, open, close to center, rotate. Of course, you can be doing this without weight too. You don't need weights in your hands to make this one work. Good. Let's do 2 more times per side. Last time each side. Excellent. All right, bring those weights down, shake it up. For our last exercise with the weights today, before we get ready to stretch things out, I'm going to have the weights down to my side on either side. And actually, I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit here. There we go. All right. So we're going to do some side tips to work our oblique muscles, our side core muscles. These can be wide. If you need your arms wider to clear your chair, that's totally fine. Again, you don't have to use a weight, but we're going to side flex, pull it up, side flex. So we'll alternate sides for this one. So you should feel that the muscles on the side away from where you're flexing helps to pull you back up again. We want to do this one nice and slow so those muscles have time to really realize what they're doing. Good, so slow it down even more. Let's do a few slow motion ones. Good, last 2, each side. And last 1 each side. Excellent. All right, you can set those weights down. We are all done with them for today. We are getting ready to do a nice long stretching sequence here. So hands can be on your lap to start. I'm going to do this first stretch 2 different ways. So it's a bit of the cat-cow stretch, but I want to give it more as a flat back, so long extended spine to start with here. So it's a hip hinge to bring yourself down to a comfortable level. Hands are there to support you. Maybe a little release through the muscles of your mid to low back. And then back up nice and slow. Good, so we'll hang out kind of through that sequence a few times, hinging down, Maybe holding for a breath or two. And coming back up. If you like something a little closer to that cat-cow, I guess maybe it's just the cat portion. As we come back up, you might roll through your spine and come up. That's okay if you like that better. So hinge down, hang out here for a moment. Either come up nice and tall or roll your way up. We'll do that one more time. Hinge down. Coming back up even slower. So if you are doing that bit of a cat stretch, come up really slow. Get back up tall here. Excellent. Let's do a little bit of release through our front shoulders and through our chest. We did lots of work with those, of course, with some of our band work, but also with our cardio today. So if you want to take the backs of your hands and just kind of slide them into your imaginary back pockets, if that's not available to you and you want to put your hands on your hips instead, you can do that. Thinking about keeping your shoulders nice and low and then pulling your elbows actively back. So puffing up through your chest. Maybe you're looking just slightly up towards the ceiling as well. Good. And then release that. So let's take that a little bit like we were doing the last stretch with a little bit of movement. We'll still kind of hold, and then I'll give you a couple different options here as well. So maybe you'll puff up your chest, pull back your elbows, take a breath or two, and then release. Or maybe you'll take it one step farther, and if you have a side rail of your chair to hold on to, you can hold on here instead. And as you pull your elbows back, you might hinge forward a little bit and get a little more stretch. Take a breath or two or stay here, whichever feels better. Maybe you'll come back up and reset, or maybe you'll stay there for this stretch. We're gonna do that one two more times, your choice. And back up. Good. And one more, elbows pull back. Maybe you hinge if you're holding on for support. Excellent. Ease your way back up again. Let me just adjust that camera so you can see my head. Shoulders are low. Take one arm and reach it across. And then give yourself that one arm hug. So pull that arm in. Trying to keep your shoulder quite low for this one. So you don't want to feel like it's anywhere near across your face. I want it to be coming in quite a bit lower than that. And then you can decide whether you want your hand extended as I have it now, or if you like it better when it's touching your shoulder. Good. We're going to just change this stretch slightly without really resetting. So what we're going to do is loosen your grip a little bit. Let that elbow come a bit higher, but shoulder is still low, and then come across again. See how that feels. Either hand on your shoulder or hand extended. So you can kind of play around with what feels like your best stretch. You could even change which way your palm is facing. Do you get a little bit different stretch if you're palm up versus palm down? And change it up. Good, release that one. We'll do the same on the other side. So we started pretty low. So low reach across, grabbing on to get a little bit of extra stretch through that muscle group. And then we decided whether it felt better to have your hand extended or to have your hand on your shoulder. Good. Ease your way slightly out of that one. Let's bring that elbow just a little bit higher and then bring it across body again. And then you can play around with this one as well. hand on your shoulder or hand extended, palm facing up or palm facing down. Your choice. Excellent. Ease your way out of that one. Let's do a little bit of a spinal twist with some focus on breathing here. So we're going to come up nice and tall and then take both your hands to your same side, kind of hip and thigh. Little rotation here. Maybe you're looking over your shoulder. Taking some nice big breaths in and out while you're here. And then slowly easing your way back to center. We'll do the same on the other side. So both hands come to kind of your hip and your upper thigh, and then rotating through your spine. Optionally looking over your shoulder on this other side. And ease your way back to center there. I had two last stretches for you. They're neck releasing stretches. So you can either just drop your ear towards your shoulder on one side, or you can give a little bit of additional stretch by gently grabbing onto your head. Just a gentle pull towards getting that ear a little bit closer to your shoulder. And then ease your way out of that one. Same thing on the other side. Ear towards your shoulder. Stay there or add in a little bit of extra stretching assistance with that hand on your head. Good. Ease your way on out of that one. All right, our last stretch for our neck today. I'm going to have my hands up, kind of interlaced behind my head, just at the base of my skull, for just a little bit of extra expansion through my rib cage as I take some breaths in. So let's do a breath in and elbows away from each other, and a breath out to release. This is going to be a neck stretch in a minute, don't worry. Breath in and breath out. Good. Maybe you're going to add a little bit of extension through your neck and look up towards the ceiling. Your head's cradled in your hands. If you would like to stay here, if this feels really good as your elbows come away from each other and your head is cradled, maybe you'll stay here for a breath or two. And then you'll come back. Good. We'll do that one 2 more times through. I'll let you decide if you're pausing for a breath or two at the stretch portion. And last one. Awesome. Take your hands down to your lap. Let's just kind of harness that feeling of having your rib cage expanded, like we had it when our hands were up above, up by our head. And let's take a breath in, expanding through your rib cage and maybe even expanding through your belly again, and a breath out, squeezing all that air out. Good. So we'll just finish with a breathing exercise. Maybe you have your eyes closed just for a moment, so you can focus just on your breath as it moves through your body. So that breath in expands your rib cage, expands through your belly, and then breath out, squeezing out all the air. We'll just do one more like that. Excellent. I always end my classes with 3 big breaths in. So you can start down low, reaching for the ceiling as you take a big breath in, releasing with the breath out. We'll do 2 more of those. And last one. All right. Thanks for joining me today. As I said, I'll stick around for a few minutes. So if you want to chat, I'm happy to do that. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doreen. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Mhm.
I was wondering, during the cardio portion, were we supposed to feel like we were getting our heart rate up?
Yes, that was ideal. If you didn't feel like it was quite enough.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. I bet the blood was pumping though. I bet it
Okay.
was. Probably if you had taken your heart rate, it would have been up a bit, but
That's true.
yeah,
I should
I
wear
can-
my watch next time.
yeah, that would be interesting to see actually. Yeah. Do you find it's pretty accurate, those watches?
I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
used it enough for that.
Okay.
No.
That's
A
most
friend of
people that
mine-
I ask. They don't put it
What?
on that often.
Pardon?
Most people that I ask have that same answer. They don't wear it enough to really have anything to compare it against.
Yeah, my friend uses it a lot and she likes it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I will see. I'll bring some other trickier things to get that heart rate up.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye.